Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back with our part 2 of our running back rankings and depth chart. Thank you for tuning in, and we're going to get right into it. Ultimate Fantasy Locker Room. You guys read the title on the video. We're going 17 through 32 on our running backs. I think we left off. Rocky made the 16th pick, right?
Yeah, I did.
Almost twice.
Almost twice.
Yeah, Chris Carson.
I was a little confused there.
It's okay.
I say we jump right into it, guys. We're going to go to 17. I think Josh has the pick.
Before we get into that, should we talk a little bit about how excited we are tonight? Kicking off the football season, man. Tonight,
Yeah, that too.
Tonight is the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
Man.
Where's that played at? I know where it's played at. It's the heart of America.
It's played in a toilet bowl in the middle of the country.
Hey, we've been there together. Didn't we go there together?
Been
No.
Yeah, yes.
We did, yeah.
And you remember it.
Yeah, don't act like you...
No, I
Yes.
barely remember.
Oh, the state where the Cincinnati Bengals play.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Let me just say this.
Well, you were up in the room sick for some time.
Or was he fapping? But the
Definitely
thing
fapping.
about that city, love it downtown, but the Hall of Fame is a big, I don't know,
Well, it's a small city.
it's a letdown.
Canton's a small city, for sure.
And it speaks to, I don't know if that's cut on the last pod about him talking about mayonnaise, but the sandwich place he took us to was atrocious.
Oh, where?
Where was it?
Not Melt. The Melt was great.
No, oh, you're talking
place-
about the place
that was like inside a gas station.
Subway adjacent?
Oh, Mr. Hero.
Terrible.
It's Subway.
Sandwich.
It's
You
basically
even said
Subway.
it was bad.
Stop.
It's
You said it was
basically
bad.
Subway.
When we went in there, you said, yeah, this is not what I remember. You don't even remember that.
You were
You're
romanticizing
You're
it.
effing with my childhood.
You were so sick you don't even remember
How
anything.
dare you?
That was a terrible sandwich.
It was Subway.
You kiss your
Yeah, I
kiss
do.
your wife with that mouth?
It was Subway, and they had like
Lying.
I
mozzarella
kiss a
sticks
lot
or
of things
something.
with this mouth.
It's called Mr. Hero, and it's a great cheesesteak.
No,
It's a
it was
different-
It's
not.
not a great cheese.
It's a great cheesesteak.
Do you guys put mayonnaise on your cheesesteaks?
We don't
No.
put mayonnaise on anything.
What do you put? Ketchup?
On cheesesteak?
Yeah, what the hell are you putting on your cheesesteak?
Cheese, peppers, and onions?
If I'm feeling
And just bread?
froggy, I'll put some
yeah,
steak sauce on it.
you might butter the bread. before-
Steak sauce?
is better than mayo, which everybody in the world eats. But steak sauce
It's
is
a
better.
Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody in Philly is
It's a
putting
cheesesteak.
steak sauce
Am I from
on
Philly?
a steak.
I'm speaking from an
He's
Italian
from Philly.
sub.
You gotta forget
no
that
one
he's from
cares.
Philly.
Holy
I'm saying
shit.
we're speaking from an Italian
He
sub
doesn't even know where he's from.
standpoint.
Ocean City. Who knows what the hell is that?
You probably put cheese whiz on your Philly cheesesteak.
No.
Probably puts American cheese.
Provolone, dude. Provolone is the only cheese that belongs on a cheesesteak.
We put Prevalent on everything. But I'm just saying, when
What
we're
is-
talking
Prevalent?
yeah,
Prevalent.
Yeah.
When you make a Philly cheesesteak, it's cheese whiz. Right?
See,
you guys
there we go.
realize
There's
that.
the Ohio.
Yeah, it is cheese.
I
whiz.
don't
No,
do that.
not the cheese was out of the can.
No, it's
No, they
No,
use
he
cheese.
uses it out of the can.
it's cheese sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cheese sauce. Yeah,
And that's Pat's and Geno's do that.
Right.
which are arguably two of the worst.
And I feel like
cheesesteak
if you're
places in
from
Philly.
if you're from
Yeah,
Philly,
I'm
you
not a
probably
fan
would
of
say
those.
those are not good. Like,
no,
there's probably better
the,
places.
they're not good. Yeah, they're not.
Listen, I think Philly, the whole city is a shithole.
Yeah, but people
I
from
agree with
Ohio
you there.
put chili on spaghetti.
The best
so it's
sandwich
not
you're getting
good.
in Philly. The best sandwich you're getting in Philly is a pork at the Knicks. That's the best sandwich you're getting in Philly.
you
Would you
go.
guys know about that? Anything?
We don't
No,
know about
no, I
that.
don't
We
care. You live
care.
there.
No one cares about
I've
it.
seen a
Voted
gun-
number 2 sandwich
seen a gun like
in
5
America.
times in my
I know
life.
whatever it is, it's definitely better than that damn sandwich we had in Ohio.
That sandwich is bad.
You guys are
We
crazy.
could go to Wawa
Rocky.
down the
Rocky.
street and get
What
a
was
sandwich.
kidding me?
What was good in
When I think
that you ate?
Ohio,
Melt
I
was
think
awesome.
Melt was
cheesesteak.
amazing.
Yeah. Where else did we eat? I don't even remember.
We had pizza that was all right,
Yeah, it was pizza.
but that was your landmark
I
place
don't.
to go.
You know what I remember about
Melt
that trip?
stays in my head as one of the best places.
Yes.
Wait, do you know what I remember about that?
But
the
Melt
whole
isn't
thing?
his place. That's
Phil's
he
body.
found
Yeah.
out about Melt.
That's burnt. From there on, the rest of the trip was, I just had to remove
Yeah.
it.
Right. Yeah.
And then you guys feeding the homeless person a fifth of
Yeah, I shook his hand.
bourbon.
Yeah, why? I still don't get why you think that's that. See, you grew up. You say you grew up in Ohio. I don't understand. I mean, it's a guy in the street. You give him a dollar. You give him. That's what they do.
Hey, cocaine addict. Here
No,
you go. Here's
that's the same thing.
Yeah.
So when
kind of.
you go home and drink whiskey. You're
It's an addiction.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying that guy.
Now you're just assuming he's an addict.
I know.
'cause
All right,
he's
but
home.
what's the
There was
difference
no-
between giving him giving him a bottle of alcohol
There was no
and you
some-
bringing in meatballs for Phil?
Yeah.
What's the
There you go.
difference in that?
You know what? It's offensive, but he's right.
Thank you.
It's socially
can't say anything
acceptable.
now, huh?
Socially acceptable for Phil to
Okay,
eat,
all right.
to double fist a meatball.
I didn't
sub.
because I got halfway through the first one. I said, "This is ridiculous."
Yes, and I've had your food.
You haven't.
You don't put cilantro in anything Italian. I'm just going to stop right there.
No one puts cilantro
what?
in
I
anything.
think
we
you
don't.
put something. It was some kind of herb I never had. in
Who
Italian
ate
food.
what? What are you talking about?
So
You talking about salt?
you guys made your Italian food. Remember your truck food?
When did
you
we do
guys
that?
were going to do use guys?
I don't remember ever making that.
You talking
for
about we
you.
made gavadils?
Yeah, you made for one of our drafts. You made
It wasn't for your drafts.
no, it was for your draft.
Yeah,
You guys made some Italian food.
yeah. It was
That's what I'm
good.
saying.
Yeah, it was
With
good. Way
herbs.
better than what you brought
It's
over
like
here.
dill, things I never seen.
No
It
one
wasn't
ever put
dill.
that in
yeah,
there.
It was
Cilantro.
called. It's green. It is green.
Yeah.
and it's called basil.
It's not basil.
Yeah.
It is basil.
I know.
So let me ask you, right?
Yeah.
You had a taste of that food that he brought in here. What was that? The 3-day
Don't
old?
lie.
No, well, I think we highlighted this when he was gone. It was definitely those meatballs were thick. I think the best description
It's
was
a fist of
what
a
were they?
meatball.
No, it was
That's what I said.
That's
miniature
It's not a
meatloafs.
It's
No,
a
that's the
rolled up
gimmick-
meatloaf.
That's the gimmicky meatball they have at Carrabba's to
Oh
get
yeah,
you to
it's
come
like
in.
we got the foot long chicken page, and we got the
That's-
softball
that's
meatball.
2-pound meatball.
That's how you
And
know
then
it was homemade.
No,
It's not like yours where they're surprisingly all the exact same shape.
yeah,
They
because
came out of
I've
this-
done them so many.
The ice cream
every week,
scoopers.
They
every
came out of
week
the
I do them. I
Stouffer's
know
bag.
exactly how much to do.
No, Rocky
every
just
week.
takes it like he's
Came out of the Stouffer's
The
bag.
best part of
cut
those
it.
meatballs
No,
was that he
I
brings.
just I do my meatballs every week, so I know exactly how much to grab, how much to roll.
So
There's
not
a-
only were
there's a
those
lot of shit
not only
going
were
on.
those meatballs the size of your fist, but he brings them tiny little Hawaiian rolls that he that he wanted us to eat them on.
Yeah.
No,
Rocky
it's
just tells his wife to buy.
His
He
wife.
said, how many meatballs are we gonna do?
Mark,
You're gonna do
Mark,
42.
I'm
All right, buy 42 pounds.
I'm sure that 12-inch sub looked like a Hawaiian roll to you, but I can't help your issues. I'm just saying.
I have
Who
you know,
puts
I'm
an
down-
Italian
I'm down
sandwich
10
on
pounds.
on a Hawaiian roll? Let's bring that out here
I
for
live,
like.
I live in Orlando, Florida with the Americans.
Hey, I get
can't
fine
get
bread.
Italian bread. I'm
You
just
could
saying.
get a
bread
friggin'
that's better than
roll of Italian
Hawaiian
bread from
bread. What, you go to
Publix.
Publix?
At midnight when I'm hurrying to get Lewis.
I can
get here
find
with
better at the
Lewis.
gas station. I'll just get some sliced Italian bread.
All I'm saying is
Meatball
my
looked like a
Italian food-
friggin' asteroid, right?
Listen, my Italian food is legendary. That's
I
all
guess
I'm
in your
saying.
house they gotta.
Nobody's asking you guys.
Listen,
I'm
if your
just
kids
saying.
grow up with
Nobody's
that,
asking us why. Nobody asked you to bring it.
if,
You brought it.
if your kids grow up with that flavor, they're gonna say, "Oh, Dad's the best cook."
Listen,
Of course.
I brought like 6
They've been
pounds.
brainwashed.
First of all, you weren't here.
Well, for my cousin was here. My cousin, he carries a heavy load. Let's just say
6
that.
pounds. I left. There was nothing left. I'm
Well,
just saying.
they'll eat anything. These guys.
Okay. All right.
Well, to be fair, when we left, I mean they were blasted. So I'm sure
Yeah.
they got into some leftover meatballs
wait,
for
wait.
sure. At that
Mark.
point, you're not
No, I
discriminating.
ate the sausage.
No, I'm saying.
I ate the sausage.
Mark-
He
Mark
was
is saying you're blasted.
6 Fosters in.
The
That's like
Fosters,
an 18 pack, basically.
it's like a car wash bucket. He's drinking 6 of them.
I had 3. I had 3 in 5 hours.
All right, guys.
How much whiskey did you
Allegedly.
have?
All right.
Shit.
Allegedly.
All right, this is not gonna end well.
What's
if we
the
keep
show
going down this road.
supposed to
I think it's Mark's turn to pick the
Did you
17th
pick
pick,
No,
right?
you're
No,
17.
you,
Is it me?
Josh. Yeah, you started.
Holy shit! The
Because it's going to go downhill fast. if we don't get
Downhill.
on- You don't get right onto it. So
Okay.
All right, start us off. Who's your first running back of the second half?
Well, was Dobbins wasn't picked,
He
right?
was
he
not.
wasn't.
Yeah, that's who I'm going with. I think the Ravens had the highest running percentage of the league. Obviously, that's not just him. Obviously, it's Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
But I still think Dobbins is going to get. I mean, just having that heavy of a run offense, I think he's still going to get a lot of touches.
I had him at 19.
Yeah.
yeah, I hit him at 19
I have
too.
him at
but-
16.
Wow, that's exactly where I had him. 3 of us are right at 19.
What'd you
Yeah,
have
so
him at?
we're all in the
Pretty
same.
interesting.
Kind
same-
of.
Yeah.
What you have him at?
I had him at 16 because I have Clyde.
Okay, you got Clyde back.
Yeah.
All right. What about you? What you got there?
So the next one off my board, and I had this guy 16, and he's fallen down my board a little bit since Detroit brought in Jamal Williams. I'm just a little skeptical of that. But DeAndre Swift, I was really high on Swift prior to them bringing in Jamal Williams.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, watching tape on both guys, I think Swift is more explosive. He's more elusive. I think Jamal Williams was probably brought in to spell him a little bit and maybe vulture some touchdowns at the goal line.
Yeah,
So,
I think. I'm sorry.
I'm just banking on Swift being heavily relied upon in the passing game.
I had Swift at 17. I think. Yeah, I mean, Williams is going to do what he does, but he's not really a threat to take his role from him.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to take the 3-down role.
The thing that worries me, the thing that dropped him down this far for me, is just that offense. How much are they going to score?
Yeah.
How much is there for him to?
I am worried about
to do.
Williams though too. It just was an odd decision to me. And they're really talking him up. It's a lot of coach speak. I understand we're in the preseason, but everything
but you
you're
really
saying,
think Swift is going to be like that guy? I just feel like it's one of those things where at the waiver wire, Williams is there. It's bye week, or he has like a great week. Someone picks him up.
You need depth,
I don't think it's
especially
gonna
with
be
running
just
backs.
Swift.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's going to be 60-40. That's my big.
Yeah,
thing.
I kinda would
it's
stay
that
away from
big.
them.
I think
Like-
it's more 70-30, but
I hope.
That's
so,
right.
but-
I'm thinking it's more 70-30.
Yeah, I hope so, but I'm worried it's a lot more like a Chase Edmonds Kenyon than I would like.
I think the most worrisome factor is that there were definitely NFL teams out there that were in more need of Jamal Williams. So what does that say? Detroit making sure that they brought him in.
That's fair too. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little scary. So that's why Swift has dropped down a little bit on my board.
All right, so Phil, who do you got? And we are at number 19.
yes, sir. And I'm going to go with Mr. Miles Sanders.
Okay, so I like Miles Sanders too.
As do I.
I had him a little bit lower at 22, but I think this is a wise choice.
He's on a shit team though.
He is, but he is the guy. There's not going to be that much of a split.
You're going to have a little bit.
But hasn't
We
he
got to
been
see
the
what
guy?
they're going to do. It's a new coaching staff.
He's been the guy.
Are they going to take advantage? But he's been banged up. That offense was terrible.
Yeah, the offensive line, I did feel bad for Carson Wentz.
If they could do what they should do, which is make Jalen Hurts a running threat, get to that read option, and not try to make him something he's not, which is, a pocket passer, then I think Miles Sanders could be really impactful, and that's kind of what I'm betting on here, which is why I think Peterson's gone.
And, I've highlighted that I've been getting Miles Sanders at an extreme discount, getting him in like the 4th round as my third running back, which I'm ecstatic about. But the one thing that does concern me, he is a little bit on the slight side. He's only 5'11". And now the latest rumor is that they're thinking that they're going to split touches with Boston Scott. But that was a rumor last year too, and Boston Scott didn't even factor into that offense.
He didn't win the game, the role at all.
So I think it's on Miles Sanders' shoulders to prove that he is the guy.
Yeah.
But if he falters at any point, I think their game plan might shift a little bit.
I mean, look, he averaged 5.3 yards a carry last year, 12 games, 160 attempts, 28 receptions. I think he projects well if he can play at least 15, 16 games.
Yeah, I mean, his first 2 years in the league, he's over 1,000 yards total yards of offense. So I mean, I think the potential is definitely there.
He's one of those guys you'll get late, and it'll probably be great for you.
Yeah, it'll be a great value where you pick. Yeah. So at 20, I actually am jumping around a little bit from what I had, but my 21st pick was Mike Davis, but at 20, I consider him to be a really solid pickup. I think he's going to get, again, 70, 80% of the runs. He didn't look great running last year when he took over for CMC, but he did have 59 receptions.
Yep.
So I think he's going to do really well in Atlanta, and I feel really good.
Yeah, I have him at 20.
I had him 22.
Unless they bring somebody else in.
Which I think that they just did. They just signed another running back, but I don't think that he's a challenge.
Yeah,
I
unless
think
it's
that
a
they're-
guy, then
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. I mean, they let Gurley go, right?
Yeah.
And you think they could have signed him again. He's still out
Yeah.
there as a free agent. So
Well, it's been rumored for 2 straight years now that his knee is bone on bone. So I don't think anybody's really
still look
beating down his
good
door.
though, man. Last year when he was at the goal line, there's
That's true.
a few backs that are better.
All right, it's me.
Yep.
Yeah, 21.
All right, at 21, I'm going Josh Jacobs. I don't like him at all. Kenyon Drake's going to steal a lot of stuff from him, but I still feel like Gruden's an old school coach. I think he's going to still run him into the ground.
Look, he's going to get his touches, right? I mean, he's one of those guys every year that's surprising. You're like, oh, Josh Jacobs, how long can he sustain this? And he ends up getting touches, and he ends up producing with those touches. I think Drake does cut into his playing time. I mean, he's got to, right? They brought him in a pretty decent sized contract. But I think where we're now selecting the running backs, we're talking here. We're probably into the third, fourth, maybe even the fifth round. If you're getting Jacobs there, I mean, I think you're right. I think you're getting great value.
Think about where we were drafting him before this year.
Yeah.
Like this is
before they signed Drake this year.
Yeah, this is a huge drop from where we thought at the beginning of last year we would have been having him up here, maybe even top 12. People would put him in, and now look where he's dropped for running backs.
Yeah, I think like you said, I'm not excited about it, but I think he's going to return value. I think he is going to still be the touchdown guy at the goal line.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to do the first of its kind in the draft, and I'm going to go and double up on a backfield here with this next pick. And I like Kareem Hunt. And we talked about how he caps Nick Chubb. And out of the backs that are left at this point, I think that Hunt factors into Cleveland's offense more than any of these other backs below him factor into theirs. With that being said, obviously he's not going to get those early downs that Chubb's going to get unless they have two back packages. But he's definitely going to get all that third down work. He's going to get all that trailing game work. And let's face it, I mean, it's Cleveland. They're going to be trailing a lot of games. Mm-hmm. So he's going to get a lot of chance to put some points on the board.
Well, I had him at 20, and
I had him at 22.
Here's the thing: he played all 16 games last year. He was healthy.
Yeah,
200 carries, 38 receptions, 11 touchdowns. So, I mean, I could argue him over a few of the guys that we just picked.
Yeah, just for the touchdowns alone. I mean, he really was every game almost automatic for a touchdown, which normally was a difference between him being good or it could have been an ugly day.
And the thing you got to remember with him, he's still playing behind or with Nick Chubb, who I think you got to pencil him in to miss 2 to 3 games a year.
Yeah.
Especially
in the 17th, and I think that's what we're missing this year too. 17 games.
Yeah.
I think running backs are going to get spelled a lot more. They're just going to have to.
But on the flip side too, you're going to get those games where Chubb just absolutely goes off.
Yeah.
Cleveland's got a pretty decent lead. There's no reason to throw the ball, and Kareem's not going to be a factor.
But you get those anyway. And Kareem, look, 16 games, 200 carries, 4.2 yard average.
Yeah, because I would argue that
he's going to get his run.
When Cleveland gets a lead, they actually were sitting Chubb and putting Kareem in to finish the fourth quarter. And so a lot of his best games came at that.
Yeah, I had Hunt here above Mike Davis and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, as did I.
I did too, and then I jumped him because I just have a feeling that Mike Davis is going to be a little bit more effective.
All right, so
turn,
right?
Yeah, you're.
All right, I got Myles Gaskin here. Myles Gaskin.
I had him at 24.
I had him at 21.
This is a nice pick right here to go in this spot.
Yeah, I mean, we know there's a little bit of uncertainty, but I think they're pretty certain that he's the number one running back in that backfield. I'm not crazy about Tua.
At this point.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about Tua in the passing game, but I think it's just going to be a volume game with Gaskin.
Going into drafts prior to the NFL draft, nobody was high on Myles Gaskin, right? Because everyone was convinced Miami's going running back. Miami's either going to get Najee or Travis Etienne. It didn't happen. So what does that tell you? They either had more pressing needs or they really think that Myles Gaskins could be the answer to their running back problems.
Or they just don't run. I just feel like Miami's running backs, I just never feel good about them.
Well, I think, too, that's the one thing that he actually can do is run near the goal line.
Yeah.
So I think that Gaskins, that's kind of what limits him a little bit, is he might not be as much.
Well, I mean, to your point, I think since Ricky Williams, I don't know that they really had a dynamic.
I was trying to think of someone else. I didn't want to say Ricky Williams and then someone else comes out and says somebody, but
yeah. I mean,
they haven't had
Kenyon Drake, but
we all
Drake
thought Kenyon Drake was going to be like
for
the guy.
3 years we thought that was.
Yeah, we thought it was like great.
Yeah. But didn't they I thought they traded him right after he had that big second half.
They did. They traded him. Actually, I think they traded him the week after that. They ruined New England's perfect season. The 1 year, right? Yeah, it was on that lateral flea flicker that he ended up running in.
Well, I'm saying the beginning of that year he wasn't the starter.
We were all taking him like that.
next
Wasn't
year we
everyone
were.
high on him? Yeah.
Yeah, but he wasn't
Going
in
into the next
Miami.
year.
He wasn't
Every
in
year,
Miami that year.
every year people are high
Right, so
on
my
Kenyon
point is
Drake.
just like Miami's running backs. I just don't.
Yeah.
When have we ever looked at them as like one of these guys?
I know. I get what you're
Ricky
saying.
Williams.
All right, so I think I'm at 24 if I'm counting correctly.
Yeah.
And
I got here.
there's a few people left that I am interested in, but I'm going to take a risk here and say that Michael Carter is who I would go with.
Okay, he's not even my top 32.
He
Well,
did
we're
not make my top 32 either.
We're at 24.
Yep.
It's a redraft league, so you don't normally draft rookies as high.
Right.
But he's the only running back. I mean, they've got Tevin Coleman, who hasn't looked good, and his last season averaged 1.9 yards a carry. There's just nobody else. And they are high in him. He had a pretty big yards per average in college. He can catch out of the backfield. Rookie quarterback, I think they're going to try to take some pressure off him with the run game and quick dump-offs. I think it's worth a risk here.
It is a risk, but I don't think it's a terrible one. I think there's still some guys here that
Yeah, there are, for sure.
I feel confident about, but yeah, I can see where you're going.
All right, so this guy, I don't know how you guys feel about him, but I had him at 15. Henderson.
Darrell Henderson,
Yeah.
no. He was the one I was trying to decide
So I
between.
actually had him at this spot.
Yeah.
So
I have him at-
I feel like 15 is a little early, but I had him like
It is
where
early.
we're now mentioning him.
It's early because I think he's one of those guys that he could boom or
Where are we again?
down there.
Where are we again?
25.
25.
Okay, I had him at 24.
Yeah. With
Yeah,
the
so I
25th
had
pick,
him
this
really-
is a steal.
it's for me it is obviously because I had him at 15.
Listen, here, regardless of how, if he's just marginal, right,
Yeah.
and he stays healthy,
He's
where you're getting him, you're getting what looks like a full-time running back. I mean,
All right.
I had him at 18.
it's kind of crazy.
And jumped him for
So-
Carter.
Right, so
But I
you're
like,
close.
Yeah,
But I'm saying
like
if their
Henderson.
offense is what people think it's going to be, and he runs decent, he could be top 15. It's not crazy.
He
Well,
could.
And whenever he has run, he's looked great.
Yeah, my reservation with him, and again, I have mentioned this in the past, was that he was supposed to be that guy last year, and he was supposed to be that guy 2 seasons ago. But he split time with Malcolm Brown 2 seasons ago. He started the year off. He was kind of sluggish. They were bringing Akers in off of injury, and they kind of just brought
him in.
Akers along a little slow, and then Akers took over, and now an injury, and all of a sudden Henderson's the man again.
Well,
I'm
and
just having
he's
a tough
tiny. He really is. He's 200 pounds, so he's not going to be an every down back. I don't think that scares me.
Let's face it, this is a different offense.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm
this
saying.
is definitely an offense that should put points on the board, and if he is the only guy in the backfield, I mean, they've got weapons, and they have a guy that can get these weapons the ball. So that, like we talked about some of the other backs, it's really gonna allow running lanes to open, and hopefully Henderson can capitalize.
Well, I
finally.
think just all that stuff aside, I think it's kind of baked into where he's at. But the upside is that you might have a full-time back.
Yeah.
Right,
You're gonna be
and
getting
how
him.
many of these guys that you're taking in the 20s at running back, I'm saying,
Have a defined,
have a team where you're like excited that the quarterback's going to open up the offense.
He, size-wise, height, weight, everything, speed, he's Austin Eckler. So to me, that's the upside, that he could actually be top 10 through receiving and rushing at the 25th pick.
Or the 25th running back. Yeah.
Yeah.
We like to talk about league winners, and we've mentioned it before in the past. Darrell Henderson, if you've drafted before Akers was injured, you're getting Henderson.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going undrafted. You're going to
it's
find him on
crazy.
a lot of waiver wires, honestly, for people that drafted really early.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a league winner, a guy that picked him up and stashed him, and if you do get top 15 productivity out of him,
League winner, yeah.
I mean, that's your running back 3 that you drafted as your running back 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're going to get huge return on them there.
All right. Well,
absolutely.
that was 25, you said, right?
Yeah.
25.
Okay. All right, so I guess we're going to 26 next. Mark, who do you got?
Yeah. So next up, I'm going to go with Damian Harris, a guy I wasn't very fond of early on, but as we get closer to the season, I'm starting to find myself liking him more and more and more. I'm hearing great things about him. I'm also now hearing that Sony Michel might end up they might
he's
end
gonna
up
get
getting
cut.
rid of him.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to trade him right now. They're looking for some running back. They're looking at some running back needy teams, and they think that Sony Michel might actually end up going out to where we just spoke about Darrell Henderson, possibly going out to the Rams. If that happens, that makes Harris the man there.
Yeah.
Now, I get James White. They always find some other, white running back to sprinkle in there that vultures touchdowns away. It happens every friggin' year. The fly or the white running back?
Both flies.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, those bastards. And I don't think Ramondre Stevenson factors in at all this year. I like the prospect of Damian Harris. I think Cam might have a rebound year. I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised with the wide receiver core and also the two dynamic tight ends that they brought in. And I think because of it, the person who's going to benefit the most is probably Damian Harris.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I don't know what you guys think.
I have him at 25.
I had him a little bit lower.
I have 31.
Yeah, I had him at 32, but it was a reason for that. And I just read what you read, that Sony Michel's on the chopping block. And if he is, it's a different ball game because then it says they really believe for maybe the first time they've got that running back. Okay. I also think Cam is not going to rebound as much, and I think that by game 6, maybe game 7,
Mac Jones
is going to be in, and I think it'll really help them.
I think Sony Michel aside, there's always going to be that guy on the Patriots who like emerges.
Yeah.
So at 25, I'm just thinking it's going to be him.
31. It's the New England Page. I just don't feel good about taking a running back there.
But if you hit a guy, if you hit the right one,
I get what you're
3
saying.
years ago,
That's why I have him in the top 32. It's just there's a few guys.
3 years ago, I hit on LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah,
right.
And it was same thing. He had 14 touchdowns, and it was.
What's crazy in that backfield is they have like 3 collegiate prolific runners from 3 prolific colleges. They have a Georgia back, they have an Alabama back, and an Oklahoma back, and they can't seem to get
who's the Oklahoma back?
Ramondre Stevenson.
Okay, and then White was Wisconsin, right?
White was Wisconsin, and Michelle was Georgia.
Georgia, you're right. Yeah.
And Damian Harris was Alabama.
Yep, you're right.
I mean, they might just not think running backs are like the longevity of a running back. They just spread it around, and when a guy starts showing up, they just feed the guy who's like doing the best, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they're always going to have Rex Burkhead. They're always going to have. That's why I'm saying Rex Burkhead, Danny Woodhead.
Yeah, it's like feed the hot hand kind of thing with them.
All right, I'll just
go right on into it.
Fun fact, flies smell shit. So maybe there's something to that being on your mic.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
Listen, I mentioned last
They're
show
sitting there, both of them.
that European basketball team. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it wasn't Josh. Maybe it's the big Lithuanian over here.
Lithuanian.
And I don't know if he mentioned he has been working.
He has been working. All right, so I'm at I don't know what pick I'm at, but I'm going Travis Etienne here, and we talked about it before. James Robinson aside, I like him, but they went and drafted this guy. He's fast. He's got hand. He could do everything, and I think there's a chance with a rookie quarterback, an offense trying to get back on track, and Urban Meyer there. They're going to want to run the ball, and I think they're going to lean on him.
Yeah.
And I think he's another guy that might lose value, like you said, just because Robinson's there, and they probably both lost value. But I think of the two, I think Etienne probably has more upside.
I mean, Robinson is another one that very quietly you're starting to hear about teams are inquiring about him. Like, and this is a rumor, but allegedly the Rams also inquired about Robinson. So, you don't know what's going to go on. I think the better back of those two, you got to say it's Travis.
Maybe. I don't know.
If it's Dynasty,
the pedigree.
it's totally different.
Dynasty is a little bit different. Yeah. I have James Robinson ranked higher, but that's only because, I liked his body of work last
he
year.
Looked great.
I mean, I have him just one spot apart.
Yeah, I have him 2 spots apart.
I mean, if there's any validity to those rumors and Robinson goes out to LA, that's probably the best back that they could put in that backfield right now, because you have probably a better, more mobile Cam Akers in that offense.
Well, and it's a guy who wants to prove it. I mean, that's how he ran last year. He ran as somebody who wanted to get to show what people missed.
Yeah.
So, all right. Next one for me, and this is where it gets really tough because you've got some allegedly the featured back, but then you've got a lot of other 50-50 splits. And so for this one, I'm going to go Chase Edmonds, and I hate myself for doing it because I don't think much of Chase Edmonds. I think, again, he's another back that,
This is a great pick, sir.
well, it's a good pick at this level. I think at the worst case, his floor, he's still going to probably be close to 1,000 yards.
I had him at
probably
26.
500 receivers, yeah.
So,
I mean, let's face it. We keep singing Kenyon Drake's praises every year, right? We think he's the man. There's a reason why Chase Edmonds cut into his.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody thinks
playing
Kenny
time.
Drake's the man.
I don't know, man. He
We
could
just had the discussion where
signed for
they thought he
$15
was.
million.
No, I think
He's
Ken-
still getting. He's
15
still
million.
getting money.
everywhere Kenyon Drake goes, like we're feeling good about that season coming up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't feel great about him this year.
I don't feel
everyone
great about him this year either.
Everyone felt great about him last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I
did.
don't know. I don't.
But you say
agree
chase
with
the
that.
money, 11 million guaranteed.
I'm talking about chase the money.
That's crazy.
I'm talking about what the team's trying to do. So.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Chase Edmonds, it's the reason I have him here is because he's
You know
going to
who
get
Kenyon
the work.
Drake is?
So you're saying don't follow the money now?
You know who
No, I'm
Kenyon
saying you
Drake
follow
is?
the money.
Kenyon
You don't
Drake
go
is that girl at 2 a.m.
Yeah, tell us more about
We-
this.
we
How long
wanna
has
hear
it been,
this.
Rocky?
How long has it been?
No, no, I'm
Love
just
of God.
saying that he does something. It's like a two-face. It's like a two-face.
Uh-huh.
At 2 o'clock, they look pretty good. The next morning, you regret it. I'm just saying.
Rocky, no one stayed up till 2 a.m. when you were young. Let's be honest.
We didn't know it was 2 o'clock. We didn't have clocks. But
You guys
it was
drank
2
milk
o'clock.
at 10 and you went to bed.
Yeah, well, we did.
Cup of
We
milk.
went to bed earlier than that with the sun.
I mean, that's no one stayed up. There's nothing to do.
I was
What was there to
hungry.
do after midnight?
Nothing.
Especially in Ohio.
Yeah,
There's
come on.
fucking nothing to do.
That's a diner, spaghetti and chili. That's all that is.
Let's go tip a cow.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure at 2 o'clock you guys were running drugs or murdering people in New Jersey. But
Yeah,
that
we were shanking people for sure.
Left and right.
just saying.
You don't want to know how many shanks I got. All right, I'm going Melvin Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, they're saying that the offense is looking great in training camp.
But they are.
It is what it is. But I'm just saying,
They're running against their own defense.
hey, Melvin Gordon is a quality back.
He is I think at this stage, yeah. I mean, where you're going to get him, he's still
I
worth,
mean, look at it. Look where we're picking him right now.
worth a snag.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Melvin Gordon moved either, possibly.
I
I mean,
tell
you could
you
talk
what.
about so many running backs going to L.A. in the wake of the Cam Akers injury.
I tell you what, though, people are really hard on Melvin Gordon, including me a lot of times.
Yeah, you have been.
But his average yards last year,
Really,
4.6.
really hard.
Best of his career. Best of his career, 4.6. I don't even know what that was.
It's a vibrator.
It's a vibrator, right?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
You asked. You asked what it was.
Anyways,
You axed.
X.
Asked with an X.
Last year was his best yards per carry of his entire career. His entire career, he has averaged 4.1. He's a touchdown guy. I think it's a great pick.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow. Are you grateful for that?
I'm
Should be humbled.
You sure are humbled by
Should be.
I'm
That's-
beyond grateful.
That's my role. I think I told Mark that our role is to keep the Pasquale group think down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We're such a
to-
popular people that
It's not popular.
So powerful too.
powerful people. We,
It's the
I mean,
way
after
you
this,
guys
we're gonna,
think.
we're gonna strap up our boots and go scrub floors, but
You gotta-
you're worried
you gotta
about
really-
us.
you
Your
gotta
floors,
really-
by the way.
You gotta really knock us off our soapbox.
How tall is that soapbox?
Not very
And are
tall.
you sitting on it right now? 'Cause if so, you are shorter than I realized.
I'm filled with chagrin.
Yeah, your turn.
fantastic.
All right.
All right, so it's funny because I'm immediately following up. Gordon didn't make my top 32, and that's because in his place I have Javonte Williams, and that's the next guy I'm going to talk
I
about.
have them both in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you had to trim some fat somewhere, and I just happened.
We all do.
Gordon was one that for me I could factor out because I think at some point, even if Gordon gets the run in the beginning, I think at some point it shifts to Javonte. Whether it's sooner or later, I don't know, but it's going in that direction, right? They didn't go and get Javonte that early to not play him. He was coming out of school with a lot of hype. He was the third. He was the third back taken off of the board, right? In the NFL draft,
Yes.
I think, right? Early
And
second
they,
round.
And they traded up quite a bit to get him.
Yeah. So maybe they're not. Melvin Gordon's kind of had an up and down career to me. He sat out demanding all that money, comes in a little overweight. By the time he gets into shape, then he looks like Melvin Gordon of old. But I mean, that speaks to somebody's character, I think, and I think that Melvin Gordon might have that type of attitude where he doesn't necessarily have that chip on his shoulder where you get a guy coming in, a rookie, a hard worker. I think at some point it's got to shift Javonte Williams.
That's really what this is, a character draft. Can we all agree on that?
Well, Denver looks so good, though, in training camp that, someone's got to get the
great.
carries.
But I'm saying if Melvin Gordon flashes out and he's old Melvin Gordon, that's who's going to be the guys. It's kind of hard. If it's dynasty, obviously you're probably not going to go Melvin Gordon.
I think it depends on who your quarterback is, too. You're in love with the new sound, aren't you?
He is.
Then he touched himself. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but
He's always touching himself.
He's readjusting.
A little bit worried back here. So.
He's a readjuster.
I got balls. I don't know about you.
Definite readjuster.
You got something. All right.
So
who do you got with number 31?
Is that where we're at? Are we up to 31? I thought it was the round before.
He's just saying numbers, I think.
No, I'm
Rocky doesn't know
counting.
what he's talking about.
I'm counting.
So we got
I have way too many guys left on my...
How many guys you got left, bud?
You don't got way too many.
No, never mind. You're
Relax.
All right, so I might do a little flipperoonie here.
And I'm an idiot, but I can count to 30.
And I'm going to go with...
you couldn't last episode.
I'm going to go with Raheem Mostert.
Ooh.
Raheem Mostert.
Yeah. I like that pick. I had him ranked a little bit higher, but...
I had him a little bit lower, but I like him.
I actually have somebody... I jumped James Robinson here.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Why?
Just because I just don't know what's going to happen. He's saying he might get traded. I don't know.
We were talking James Robinson. You felt pretty good about him on the way over.
James Robinson?
Yeah, we were talking about him on the way. Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were. You don't remember.
So you guys
We weren't
carpooled
talking
here?
James Robinson.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of you pushing the pedals, the other one steering?
Yes.
It's real funny, Robert.
Good guys.
That's pretty funny.
Good.
All right, so I guess I'll close up with the 32nd, and I think I like James Robinson a lot, but there is one that I like just a little bit more, and I'm going to go with the Ronald Jones in Tampa Bay, only because I don't think Fat Lenny's going to be Fat Lenny during. I think he is going to be Fat Lenny,
But in the playoffs.
Yeah, until the playoffs.
He's a starting running back. I get going over James Robinson. You kind of take a chance.
Yeah, and I do think that Ronald Jones, for whatever reason, I don't know that I see much, but they do.
Yeah.
And so I think they're gonna give him probably 70% of the snaps.
Well,
Speaking of fat, have you gotten on the Peloton yet?
No, but I've been eating clean. I'm down 10 pounds.
Just you came in here with Taco Bell. It's hard to buy.
Yeah,
that.
you just said
With a large, you supersized.
Today,
What did you get?
Today
A Fresco taco?
I had to cheat.
You
So
had a chalupa in your beard.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but today I worked today. Right?
that a Diet
I was at
Coke?
work.
Oh, boy.
I haven't eaten since 5:30 this morning, so I had to get myself.
I'm eating light. I got a cheese quesadilla, 2 tacos on the
Just
side.
cheese.
Wait, I'm getting hungry. I gotta
Doritos
stop.
Locos.
I lost my taste, which is the weirdest thing. Is that
Is it the weirdest thing?
Well, because you want something, it sounds good, then you eat it, and it tastes like nothing. It's not even worth.
Don't worry. The best
That's
surprise with COVID happens a couple months later when you get this random smell and you smell it everywhere. It's the weirdest. Like I smell smoke all the time.
Really?
Yeah. Like if your house was on fire, I wouldn't be able to tell. Because
That's
it's
exciting.
It's odd.
for you.
It's bad.
Whatever happened to the weight loss challenge?
It's still going on. Yeah.
I don't know. I
Where
think
you-
we tried
hey,
to fade
Where
it
are
out.
you? Where are you? Where
Yeah,
are
I
you?
feel like
Bitches
that's
at?
that's why I'm bringing
How
it
about-
up.
I'm
How
coming
about-
off a good week, so
I'm bringing it up because I feel like
let's talk about it.
It's been really
faded.
thrown
Well,
out.
Rocky took the picture down.
Well,
so
here's
let's
what
not
I-
act like
here's what I think.
Rocky's
Here's
let's
what I
talk
think.
about it.
Here's what I think. If
Rocky,
people-
where'd the picture go?
Listen, he threw it away. If
he
if
was carrying that thing around.
No, it's behind your Giants cap up
If
there.
people really want to do weight loss challenge, let's not do something Rocky really wants to do if he loses, which is sing a song. That's really a win-win for him.
Anytime I get
Yeah,
to
Rocky
sing.
looks like he wants to sing. I thought I
Anytime
seen
I
him
get
in
to
that
sing, I'll be
in
okay.
the San Francisco gay choir video. I thought I spotted him.
Yeah, I'm not touching that, buddy. All right, so who's firing Phil this week? Popular support. Yeah. Anyways.
So yeah, no, that's out
listen,
the window.
I've actually, honestly, I'm not gaining weight. I've actually continued to lose, but not at the pace I was losing before. But I'm still down for the year, like 28, almost 30 pounds. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I got a lot to go, but I still feel pretty good.
Yeah, I'm
about
a
it.
net 8 pounds down for the year.
It's really foggy
Yeah.
water.
And this guy's-
it's really foggy.
I'm down 10.
Yeah, there we go. He's eating clean now.
Yeah,
so
there we go. So that's 18.
We should probably not have to sing just based on Mark.
But I just feel like
Well, you sons of bitches were pegging the loss on me. That if we didn't hit our mark, it was going to be
100%.
solely
I
on
did,
me.
yeah, and I've definitely.
But here I
slacked.
am in
You were
second
double
place.
fisting crullers. Yeah, we were
Listen,
blaming
I
it
think
on you.
that I think that whole weight loss competition is a sham. I think it's done. If you're gonna do another one, you start it over. And,
No.
and it's not
Why would
singing
he's
a
right.
song.
Yeah, I think he's right, and I think we need to weigh in.
Yeah, the weigh-in. I was telling
'Cause
Phil,
we-
the weigh-ins is
that face.
ridiculous. Everyone's just there should be a scale.
Yeah,
and
can
people
see
should
it.
weigh in.
First of all,
See, I think he's
Dude, this isn't the
he's gonna
ultimate
be found
fantasy
out.
weight
See
loss
the face?
challenge.
no,
That
no.
fade, look.
No, I don't care about weighing in. He's a new guy. What does he got? He got nothing to say.
I'm just I've been
Well, I
watching the
thought that
show.
we should do
The new guy's gotten
You should be
a lot of
humble and
ideas,
grateful
like
to
an
what you-
annoying amount
Rocky,
of
you had a lot.
ideas.
I mean, you had a lot of ideas.
I've been watching the show, guys, and I just was as a fan. I watched it and said, "What happened to Harry Styles?"
I
He was
love
on
Harry
the
Styles.
lockers. He wasn't on the lockers. They stopped talking about weight loss. Everyone's getting fat.
I didn't take him down. I don't know who took him down. I'll be honest with you.
Well, you told
He's
one of
up
your
there.
minions to take him down. Let's be honest.
Texted Chase and told
You
him.
got managers late here.
What are you down? You're down 8.
Yeah,
Listen, that's so far off. That could
No.
be anything.
I'm down
That could
28.
I
get-
agree with you. We need a scale.
He could be down 2.
Yeah,
you don't know.
you wouldn't know.
We just believe in
Harry
each other.
Styles is still alive and strong. He's up on the wall. We know.
Oh, there he is.
Hey,
One of these two
Why
couldn't.
is
Have,
balls
one of
on a
these two
giant
couldn't have
sack?
moved it there.
my word is like
So I point to you.
my word is my bond. I'm not.
We don't
I'm
know
just
how
saying
good your
for the
bond is.
viewers, the thousands and thousands of viewers, they need to see an actual representation.
I got to
of our
be
weight.
honest with you.
Yeah.
When the weight loss challenge came out, we probably had 2 viewers,
All right.
and
That's
it was
true.
Jared
Which is
King.
why you should start a new one.
Yeah, but
well, we can
you
do that.
brought it up.
But how much are you going to lose?
I want to lose like 10, 15.
All right, we can start a new one.
Well, it's
And
gotta-
then we did lose people that were supposed to lose weight.
Well, Antone still says he's 20 pounds down.
Well, listen, that whole debauchery, the way you had everyone included who ever been on it was crap from the beginning.
Well, dude, we're trying to cut 154 pounds. I mean, you gotta spread it out. You're saying only 10 pounds.
When people get fired
that
by
puts
Phil,
a
is that you
$1.44 on
call
the
it-
rest of us.
I agree. You
They
do have to
left.
spread it out.
No, what I think it should be literally pound for pound, who loses more. You guys made it like a team thing. Like, hey, if we lose together,
It's a
let's all
team.
sing
We're a
together.
team.
Because Rocky's dream is to sing on the music video.
No,
Rocky
listen,
does really. I thought it was. All right, we're being honest here. I thought it was strange that you were. That's what the
No,
punishment was.
that's a punishment that I
it
don't
was
want to
very
do.
specific
I
though.
don't
You
believe that
came
for
with
1
it.
second.
It
Like,
wasn't like, hey
immediately.
guys, what do you guys
Hey,
want to do?
It was
Literally
let's
came
sing
in
Harry
with
Styles.
I did because
He's not even the weight
was-
of a real man.
So when
he's
he
154 pounds.
you knew nobody would get to that.
here,
which
wait,
is what we wanted to lose.
here's how
I don't
serious
Oh, we
he
wanted to
was.
lose the weight.
You never would have lost the weight.
Here it is. This is how serious it was. This picture.
Everyone's gonna stay on
we
board.
can still lose the weight.
I'm saying having the weigh-in it puts everybody some pressure on everybody. You're gonna get found out. Like I can say, yeah, I'm down 15.
Let me tell you how
Nobody
premeditated.
knows.
Maybe you would. I don't know. I don't know what
Okay.
kind of guy you
Yeah,
are.
I know. You- all
I
right.
trust you.
When I'm talking about how fat I am, maybe you don't trust me. I don't know.
knowing your fantasy tactics. We shouldn't
Suddenly
trust
your
him.
brother comes here.
Wait.
I can't trust you anymore.
Here's how premeditated the punishment was, though. Harry Styles was introduced pre-laminated.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
like
crazy.
it wasn't even like
Harry
it was,
Styles, man. That's an insult. You got. I don't want to
It,
sing that.
it was
anymore.
Nothing else
laminated.
is
Like
laminated.
you
When you
were ready.
picked it.
There's plenty of things I want to sing.
I bet you there's a
Not watermelon
PowerPoint
sugar.
presentation on the punishment on your laptop.
Laminated it.
Maybe on my computer. It don't mean nothing. There's nothing wrong with
We
that.
got to come up with something for the next show or something to. I mean, we got to get it together.
We got to
Yes.
break out the wheel of death too.
These are the perfect few months. I know we got football Sundays coming up, but perfect few months with no real big holidays or eating. You can kind of get by with
Listen,
some losing
Mark,
some weight.
Mark was talking about like
Dude,
Tuesday being a holiday.
Labor
I
Day.
can't. It's summer.
Labor Day is coming up, man. it's
Having a big bag.
no, dude. It's yeah.
I gotta say, I
that's like
believe-
that's
Labor
like
Day bash.
the mayonnaise. That's like the mayonnaise holiday of the year.
I
Labor
believe
Day.
Mark. I believe Mark is eating clean. I do.
you?
I don't believe he's drinking clean. I don't, because you know what?
not
He's
possible.
had-
He's drinking
He's
that
had
bottle
4
by
bourbon. Yeah,
himself.
the bourbon's gone. The bottle.
All right, but he just talked about how
Hey,
much he's working.
He's had a hard
He
week.
came here, got Taco Bell. You think the other days he's not working hard? He's
Wait.
not stopping to get
Not
McDonald's?
just Taco Bell.
I'm
It's
not. I
Taco
promise.
Bell, and
My
he's-
word is my bond.
All right, you got a
Here's-
hamburger instead of
Here's,
double
wait,
cheeseburger.
hold on.
He's flushing it with bourbon.
Here's the key though,
Which is
okay?
only like
if you're,
80
hold on,
calories.
If you're eating clean
Nothing's keto.
and you're like, you know what, I'll get the Taco Bell. I'm in a rush. You don't spring for the large soda.
That kid,
That's excess. You're trying to cut calories.
Dude,
That's
I
not
didn't
clean.
ask for the. Well, first off, that was Pepsi Zero. All right,
And they upsold him.
and yeah, no, they just gave it to me at the window. I didn't say
So you're a
large.
victim in this.
Well, he is white.
He's a
So
victim.
people are just giving him stuff.
I get
That's
it.
that's true. I get that too. I
The privilege.
show up there.
Yeah, sometimes you're a victim, and,
It's the
and in this
privilege.
case,
Yeah.
he didn't ask for it.
They
They
said,
gave him. What is he supposed to do?
They had a diet soda. Where do you want a Pepsi Zero?
Is he supposed to get mad? No, take the soda.
You're white. You don't deserve
Wait, how'd you
drinking
know
out
it
of
was a Pepsi
styrofoam.
Zero? Did they tell you?
Huh?
Yeah, he ordered it.
Well,
to
he
be
said they just gave it to him.
A large.
No, the large.
to be
the
fair-
size.
Oh, okay.
Phil
But
doesn't
to be fair,
understand.
when I
know.
order
Sorry.
things, like I think a lot of times I drink something, I'm like, this isn't Diet Coke.
How do you drink it?
They just gave me.
Yeah, but dude.
They saw me. They're like, this guy doesn't want a diet drink. We're
Yeah.
gonna give this guy a regular soda.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they know what size to give
Give him
you.
a cup full of mayonnaise and a
Usually
straw.
order XL.
That's a great joke to play on somebody. Actually,
That'd be disgusting.
Disgusting.
yeah.
That's disgusting.
All right.
All right, I think we're done.
Yeah, so, anyways, we know you guys know where to find us. We are the Ultimate Fantasy Locker Room, and we are on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. Check us out, like us,
on the
subscribe.
socials.
Yeah, subscribe. Spread the word, man. Share our videos.
Yeah,
Give
sure.
us questions. We're coming into a season where we're going to start answering questions live, and we appreciate you guys listening.
Yep. Peace.